All right, so here's another area of concern. I'm going to quote one of my friends. Her name's Candace. She's from Nebraska. Nebraska, they say things funny up there. So one of the words that she says is jankety. This little lean-to on the side of the house over here, it looks a little jankety. I'll go ahead and give you. They used tuba floors for rafters. They did put plywood down, and then they put metal on top of it. Well, when you're underneath it, how does it make you feel?
Dirty.
Dirty, that's a good way to put it. This would not be a hard thing. I'd remove it. What would you do?
I'd tear it right off.
Okay, so if you're going to tear it down, which is an easy thing to do, the way they did this was they took tuba floors and they nailed it to the side of the house. So this right here is going to be your facial board. They nailed tuba floors down the side of the house. I wouldn't come over here and just start yanking. If you do that, you're going to mess up. You see right here, this trim they're using for fascia right here, this aluminum. If you do that, you're going to rip that aluminum out. What you're going to need to do is get a Sawzall and just run down the edge of this to separate this board from this board. At that time, you can cut this thing up and do whatever the heck you want to with it. You can make a patio with it, or you can just chunk it. But either way, I would cut this down into manageable pieces and go take it to the landfill is what I would do. But just be mindful whenever you go to start pulling this thing in. I see screws right here. If you go to start yanking on it with a pry bar trying to pull that thing off, you're going to mess up your fascia. Now come on back over here and look at this part too. This part right here makes me feel like, what'd you say, dirty?
Dirty.
I don't feel it don't look right. So they made like an enclosure right here. I like the concrete pad. I like that the pad has drainage in it. I like that that does what that's supposed to do.
Yes.
But this thing right here, I feel like this ought to be like a chicken coop or something. This doesn't look like it ought to be house. So I would do the same thing in here. I'd go ahead and get rid of all these pieces and just let this be an open parking area, and that way you can get back into the backyard where it's pretty anyway. You got any ideas on what could be done with that? And I mean, like this right here is just a little bit of labor on pulling it off. And just be careful, like I said, once again, whenever you start pulling things off where it's attached to the house, that you don't get over there and start jacking on it and leave a hole in the wall or rip something with it. It's easy not to do, so just get over there, cut it down, bring it out. But that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
The only other thing is that this thing does have, this is different. I've never seen this before. They've got the gutters running off into whatever the infrastructure in it is in here that drains the gutters.
Yeah.
But I've never seen this before. What can we do with that?
I would just fix it. I would attach it and I would paint it.
Would you do that, or would you put a downspout on it and run like a little thingy over to it? Because like they can make a downspout that comes over and does like that and dumps off into that, so you don't have this big.
So it's not so ugly.
Yeah, or so it looks more uniform. So
Right.
it's obviously going to need new gutters. These gutters are, they're used. But if you did that, they could get one of those that bends back, comes over, attaches to this, and then drops down into it. And that would look more uniform, wouldn't it? Okay. Anything else you can think of that might help people have a better vision of what could be done here? Oh, come here. This one may feel a little intimidating. It's not, though. Basically, on this house, you have two houses. You have the original house, and then you have the addition. If y'all remember from the other video where we walked you through the house, and I did the cartwheel, yeah, I know, there was a big laundry room in there. Well, once upon a time, this area right here was the laundry room. Lucas, can you look over here? We still have active plumbing over here. I'll show you. Those still work, okay? So that may look a little intimidating, but in my mind, that's actually a good thing. Now you've got a hose out here that you can use to be able to wash cars and things like that. These things are still functional. They're still good. I wouldn't do anything with that. If you wanted to come in and paint this brick or something along the lines of that to make it look a little more finished on the inside of here, that would be a good idea. If it's just going to be a junk room, I'd put a new door on the outside of it and let it ride. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? You've got the girl eye. I've got the contractor eye.
It's according to what you want to do with that room. That room looks like storage to me.
What do you do in storage rooms?
Store things.
That's not what I mean. I mean, what do you do to rehab storage rooms? Store things.
Store things. If you want to, you could paint the inside.
Would you need to?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, good. There's a lot of times I'm trying to think about what would you like.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm way off. Sometimes I'm spot on. So if you don't think that needs to be painted,
No, if it's out of sight, out of mind, it doesn't need to be painted.
okay. Well, cool. So I wouldn't do much in there if it was me. I'd put in some shelves that I could put storage stuff on, but other than that, it's good to go, right? Anything else? Y'all feel free, if y'all get out here and you get to looking at it and you're with your agent, go ahead and have them call me, or y'all can call me either way if you're like, I don't know what I would do in this area, and I'd be more than glad to talk you through it. So my phone number is 678-986-6813. That number again is 678-986-6813. I'm happy to help you in any way I can.